CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. We should know this evening if BC teachers have voted in favor of strike action. It's expected they will, and they could go out for 3 days next week. But they have to give 2 full days' notice, which means it may not happen before Tuesday. The Liberal government is heading it off with legislation, but it says it's not going to try to preempt the action, which the teachers were given the approval to take from the LRB, by ramming that back-to-work bill through first. The government today appeared to be bending over backwards to try to appear fair and reasonable. Our legislature reporter Stephen Andrew has more.
Utilization.
BC's Education Minister is talking to anyone who will listen, from a Twitter chat to the hallways of the legislature. His message is always the same. He's worried about BC's children.
What really matters to me is that we start building a better relationship with the Teachers Federation and teachers across the province.
George Abbott is calling legislation to end the teachers' job action and settle the long-standing dispute over class sizes fair and reasonable. And he's not interested in winning a war of words.
The PR battle doesn't matter to me. I think, it's been fine. I think I've had a respectful hearing from all of the commentators on radio, television, and elsewhere, and I appreciate that.
Despite the fact teachers could be in a legal position to walk off the job as early as Tuesday, the government says it is in no rush to bring down the heavy hand of the law.
I don't see any reason to do it any other way unless something illegal happened, and then if there's an illegal walkout or something like that, then at that point government has to take a second look at it.
The Premier believes parents want their children to stay in the classroom, and she's confident that will happen.
There's lots of time to get this done before the teachers union has their first opportunity to ask their members to walk out of school.
But that would require the cooperation of the opposition, who are opposed to any legislated settlement.
Are you going to try to delay it in any way? Are you going to try to filibuster?
Well, as you know, the government introduced it yesterday, and it's available for call second reading today. The Premier said that it was absolutely urgent they proceed, and then they're not debating it today. So, we're going to I think what's required here is a full debate of a piece of legislation that will affect every classroom in British Columbia.
And classrooms that politicians don't want to predict may or may not have teachers in them next week.
An awkward position for the opposition. Stephen Andrew joins us now live with more. Stephen, what have we heard tonight from the BCTF about the potential for a strike? We had heard Monday, but it may not happen that early.
Well, President Susan Lambert was asked that question, and she wouldn't confirm or deny whether it was going to happen Monday, but she did have this to say, Hudson.
We're in the middle of a province-wide vote, and that vote will inform us. And we're also talking to our local presidents across the province. We're having an executive meeting tomorrow, and we'll, as a course of that consultation with our members, take their direction and make decisions based on that.
Now, Hudson, that would indicate that they're going to be having those discussions through the day. That wouldn't give them 2 full school days to issue that notice, so they probably will do it Friday. That wouldn't be surprising. Also, Monday would be another day of notice, so Tuesday is the earliest now, I think, that they would be able to walk out.
All right, parents waiting and watching. Stephen, thanks.
You're welcome.